So now I have a simple requirement. Okay. So for example, I have customer details with me. Okay. So for my product,
Okay.
whatever I have. So for that product, I have customer details. So I need to now
Mhm.
store my all my customer details in the database.
Correct.
Okay. And we know already all are RDBMS type of databases, which means data will be stored in the form of
Mhm.
table.
Tip.
Okay. So means first we'll see what we have to do. What is the information we have to store in the table? Okay. For example, I am taking here customer ID. Okay.
Mhm.
And customer name. Okay. And for example, he is purchasing some items or something. So when he is purchasing, the date of purchasing. Okay.
Correct.
And like what is the item he is purchasing? Item name.
Mhm.
Okay. And what is the quantity he is purchasing? And what is the price of each item? Okay. And even you can write what is the total amount he purchased.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm just giving some example information like this is my customer information I have to store in my database. Okay.
Right. Mhm.
So how many columns are there now? I required 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Mhm.
columns are required. So it's
Right.
simple. You have to draw a table for 7 columns to fit. That's it. Simple
All
thing.
right.
Like how we will draw
Mhm.
now in Microsoft or I mean a Word document or somewhere. Same way now here also we are going to draw a table. That's it. Okay. But just
Mhm.
I'm skipping all the remaining columns. We'll take first 3 columns. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. So now to create any table here in the database, okay, we have only one language to communicate with that, right? That is SQL.
SQL.
Okay, in SQL, okay, let me, do you want to, are you able to see my screen properly?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
otherwise I'll increase the format, that's it.
Just increase the format. Okay, that would be
Okay,
great.
1 second,
Mhm.
give me a second.
View. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm. Right.
mm, correctly, whenever it is required, it won't come. Yeah, we'll forget that. One
Okay. Okay.
second, give
You
me
too.
1 second, let me do. Yeah, I hope this is fine, right?
Ah, yes. Yes.
Okay, okay, now, okay, so we were discussing, so this is the SQL language we have. So now using
Yes.
this, we have to store that information. So we have to create a table. Okay. So already we know. So table is a database object. Okay. Nothing but there
Yes.
will be a name for that. And
Mhm.
so that object will be stored in the database with that name. And whenever it is required, we can call that back using that
Right.
name. Okay. So now I'm going to create a table
Mhm.
with that 3 columns of information. Okay. So
Right.
to create any table is nothing but there will be some rows and columns, right?
Mhm.
So minimum. Okay, so there will be minimum one row should be there. Okay, and minimum one column should be there to create any one table. Okay, even in Word document also similar, right? At least there should be one row and one column, then only we'll call it as a table. Okay,
Right.
here also same. At least one row and one column should be there. So then we'll call it as a table. So means while creating a table, minimum, this is the thing we have to follow. Okay, and
Mm,
what is the maximum number of rows I can keep and maximum number of columns I can keep in a table? Okay, for max
mm,
rows, there is no kind of limit or something, so it will get extended automatically. Okay,
okay.
and for max columns in a table, only 1000. Okay, only 1000 columns should be there. Okay, so if you have more than 1000, then what we have to do? We have to split the table. Okay,
All right.
okay, with the proper relations and all, we have to split the table and you need to make a table too. Of course, we won't be having this many 1000 columns always. Probably we'll be having 100 columns, 200 columns also. Okay, but we won't reach that limit because we'll be normalizing our database, I mean tables, and we'll be creating like a table 1, table 2, table 3 like that. Okay, so if you see your purchase order, there will be purchase main, I mean for headers you have one table, for lines one table.
Yes.
Okay, line locations
Yes.
different table. Okay, so even you can store all that information in one single table also, but they have normalized to maintain the data properly. Okay, simply it is a kind of
Correct.
grouping. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
also it is very much readable. Okay, so if you have all the columns in one table, that will become clumsy. Okay, so accessing also will become difficult. Okay, you got it now. Okay, so now our target is I have to create a table. So to create anything, so there are again in SQL we have some statements. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that those are DDL,
Correct.
DML, DQL, or DRL. Okay, and TCL.
TCL. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and what is that other one?
Mm,
DCL. Okay,
D- mm,
now we'll see all these things one by one later. First, my target is I have to create a table. Okay,
correct. Mm,
S- to do all those things, I have to use these five statements, whatever they're here. Okay, so
right.
this
Right.
first one is data,
Definition language.
yeah, definition language. And this one is data
Manipulation language.
manipulation
Language.
language. And this is
Data
data,
query language.
exactly, data query
Language.
language or
Transaction
data
control language. Mm.
DRL for
Retrieval.
data retrieval
Data
language.
retrieval language.
And TCL transaction
Transaction control
and DCL is data
control.
language. Okay. Now what are there under DDL? So
Right.
under
Right.
DDL, you have create,
Git. Alter.
okay, alter,
Drop.
drop,
Truncate.
truncate, rename. You have only
Retrieve.
five commands here.
Mm.
Okay, so we'll discuss all these things again. Under
Mm-hmm.
DML, you have, yeah, you can tell if you already know.
Insert, update, delete.
Yeah, sorry. Insert,
Update,
update,
delete, delete,
delete, and there is one more, merge.
merge. Okay.
And the next thing is data query language or
Select
data
statement
retrieval
only.
language. Yeah, there is
Mm.
only one simple thing
Select,
and powerful thing we have select.
select, right.
Yeah, and TCL
Mm,
transaction control language. We have
mm,
here simple thing commit
commit. Okay. Rollback.
rollback. Okay, and one more thing is there save
Save
point.
point.
And last is data control language to control the data from unauthorized users kind of. Here we
Mm.
have two things grant,
Grant, revoke.
yeah, revoke. Okay, so these are simple commands we have. We should by heart it, okay, because definitely we'll be
Mm.
using all these things in our regular work.
Right,
Okay,
right.
yeah. Now my requirement is here is first thing is I have to create a table, right? So
Table,
to
right.
create anything, to create any
Mm-hmm.
database object,
Mm.
okay. So if you want to create any database object, so we have only one thing here. What is that? DDL.
DDL,
Okay. So what is the purpose of this? To create
table.
any DB object,
Okay.
not only the table. Okay, I'm saying any database object, any
Date
database
object.
object
Okay.
in the sense, not only the table, views,
Mm.
sequences,
View.
synonyms, indexes, procedure, function,
Correct.
anything will be created by this DDL only.
DDL. Okay.
Okay, to
Mm.
create any DB object,
DB object.
and it is kind of a new object we are creating. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine. Now, what are the commands we have here? Create. What is the purpose of this
Mm-hmm.
create? Just now we discussed, right? To create any new database object. To
Right.
create any, I won't say new, okay? You can also say new DB object.
Mm.
My object is already created. For example, you can imagine it as a table. Table is already created, but still I need
Okay.
some changes to my table structure.
Table. Right.
Okay, so means
Alter.
using this, doing modifications
Modifications.
to existing object. Okay, object should be existing. Then only we can do modifications. Okay, simply
Correct.
to
Mm.
say, I already constructed a building using
Mm-hmm.
create command, but my building
Right.
now is needed a little modifications like some room need to be extended or something I have to do in my building. So then means building is already there created. So I am doing some modifications using alter,
Alter.
right? Now drop. I don't want that building itself now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to demolish that. If required, I'll
Mm-hmm.
create it new. Otherwise, I don't want that. I'll demolish that.
Right.
So
Right.
then drop means removing the object
Mm-hmm.
from DB.
Right.
Database, from database, we are removing that completely. So
Right.
that
Right.
what will happen after demolishing the building, there will be free space.
Right.
Okay. Now, I don't want to demolish anything. Okay. My building need to be there as it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Only the thing is, whoever is staying in that building, first I want to ask them to vacate.
Right.
You got it? So now what
Right.
I'm doing, building will be there as it is, but whoever is
Mm-hmm.
staying now, for example, rent or whoever it is, I want to ask them to vacate. That's it. So means what will happen? All people, whoever is staying will go out, but building will be there.
Right.
And who will be there now in building after vacating? No
Only
one will be
building.
there. Free space will be
Yes.
there. Building will be there.
Yes. Yes.
And in the building, free space will be there. Same thing is
Correct.
truncate. Okay.
Right.
So means what it will do? It will be deleting all data from DB object.
Mm-hmm.
How can I say? Fully. It is equal to, we'll discuss later kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm removing this complete object, okay, like this.
Mm.
Drop plus create kind of thing will happen.
Right.
Okay. So means I'm removing that complete data permanently. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Object, I will say permanently. Permanently from the database. Okay.
Right.
So now this is rename. Rename means I already there is a building and I given a name for that building, actually some house kind of thing. Okay. But I want to change that house name now. It is
Mm.
fine. You can change it, right? You can change n number of times.
Yes.
No worries for me. Okay. So
Mm.
here also I given a table name something ABC. I want to change that
Mm.
name. So it is possible now
Uh,
using this rename command. Okay.
correct.
So rename is nothing but now to change DB object
Mm-hmm.
name. Okay. Now create is nothing but to create a new database object, and remaining four alter, drop, truncate, rename will work only once object is created, once object is
Mm.
existed in the database. Okay.
Right. Right. Right.
You got it right? All this fine? Any question here?
Yeah. No. No.
Okay.
Got it.
Now imagine my table is created. We'll create it later, but table is created. Building is
Mm-hmm.
there now. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
modifications done. for the building, rename is done for the building, everything is ready now. My building is ready.
Right.
Anyone can
Right.
occupy. So I can keep a
Right.
toilet board so that someone will
Mm-hmm.
come and occupy that, right? So now that
Right.
is going to be happened with this
Mm-hmm.
DML, data
Yeah.
manipulation language. So in
Language.
DDL, I'm working with the structure of the object. I'm
Right.
constructing the building there. I'm doing
Right.
modifications to that building. Okay,
Mm,
so DML means data manipulation language. I'm working with only data here, not the structure.
mm,
I won't touch the structure now. Okay, so
mm,
building is ready and you given it for too late. Okay, someone is occupied now. Some tenants are there now in the building. So will
mm.
they do any demolishing or doing any something to wall damage or something? Nothing, right? So they will just stay
Right.
there. Okay,
Right. Right.
right? Same thing here also. I'll just work with the data. I won't touch the structure.
Correct.
Okay, so insert nothing but new people are coming now to
Mm.
insert a new record.
Right.
Okay, already data is there inside, but I need little modifications to that data.
Right. Right. Update.
Then to modify the data, update,
Mm,
delete. So already people are there inside, but I want to send some of them to
mm-hmm.
outside. Okay, already 10 people are there. For example, in the house, I want to
Mm,
remove or send them out 3 people. So then you can
mm.
use delete, or you can send all the people also outside for
Right.
some time. Okay, so
Mm,
delete is nothing but to delete specific record or all records. Both are possible. Okay,
mm,
means in that building there are 10 people now. I inserted 10 people. Okay, and if you want, you can increase 2 people or whoever is existing already, for them you can do modifications. Okay, and
mm-hmm.
from the 10 people you can send 2 people outside. That is possible, or you can send all 10 people also outside.
Right.
But what will happen here? Whoever was there, 10 people, right? That occupied
Right.
says they occupied that your house, right? That space won't get released.
Right. Right.
Okay, space, we'll discuss about this. I don't want to make you confused. That space won't be
Mm.
released. Okay, when
Okay.
that space will get released and you can give that house to someone again. So once all
Right.
formalities done, okay, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
agreement is there, that agreement need to be turned out. Okay, and you have to pay them back whatever it is required. Okay, all
Right.
those things done, your space will be freed again. You can give it to someone freshly. Same
Right.
thing here also in case of delete. If you delete the records, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
data occupied, that space won't get released until and
Okay.
unless, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to uh, do that a manual transaction, save kind of. That we'll discuss later now. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
merge is simple. Okay, we'll discuss later. It is nothing but insert plus update. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so before inserting the record, I'll check whether record is already exist or not. If it
Mm-hmm.
is already exist, then I'll do a update for that existing record. If it is not there, I'll insert a record.
Right.
You got it now?
I
We'll
got it.
discuss.
Got it.
And now
Okay.
my data is also there in my table. So then if
Mm-hmm.
you want to see your data,
Mm.
then we have only one powerful command, of course. Okay, select
To
to
extract.
extract the
Yes.
data. Of course, there are a couple of commands again. Okay, we'll discuss them later.
Mm.
Okay, so data is coming, everything is fine. Also, we discussed just now. Okay,
Mm.
meeting will be ended in 10 minutes. That's fine. We'll continue again after that. Okay, to extract the data, we are using this, fine. And here we are
Mm.
deleting the data you said. Okay, this
Right.
commit rollback save point we'll discuss later. Now you'll get confusion for sure. But commit is
Mm.
nothing but saving. Okay,
Save.
after deleting the data, I said that space,
Mm-hmm.
whatever is occupied, it won't get released. What you have to
Right.
do? You have to do a save.
Commit.
Yeah,
Yes.
once you saved, that transaction is completed successfully.
Successfully.
Space,
Correct.
space also whatever is occupied will get released. Okay.
Released.
For example,
Mm.
rollback. I deleted by mistake 3 records. I want to get that back.
Mm.
Or
Mm.
I inserted 2 records by mistake. I want to get them back. I need to revert that transaction. So to
Right.
revert that transaction is rollback. Nothing but Control Z option,
Undo.
undo.
Undo. Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Save point is different. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is related to rollback again. We'll discuss later. What it will do?
Mm-hmm.
It will mark the position. and
Okay.
we'll do the rollback till that position, not complete rollback. Okay,
Right,
to
right.
mark
Mm,
position in the buffer. We'll discuss later while discussing save point.
mhm,
And grant. Okay, so sorry, DCL. DCL is nothing but
mm,
a data control language to control the data. Okay,
mhm,
from
mm.
unauthorized users. We just now discussed there are many users when I connected to SQL developer, right? There you can see. Okay, I
Right.
created a table. Okay,
Mhm,
I created a table as a Surya. Okay, and you are trying to access that table.
mm.
So then it is not possible. You are unauthorized. Okay, if you are really
Right,
authorized person working in the same project or something, then you need to request the access through mail or through by speaking or something. So
right.
once that is fine, I'll give you the access by using this command grant.
Grant
Okay, what is this? To give permissions.
access
Yeah,
permissions.
permissions or access or privilege, anything.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
once your work is done, I don't want to give permissions to you on that table for lifelong or something like 1 month. Once your work is done, I just want to take back that permissions on that object.
Right,
Okay. So I am taking back that permissions using revoke command to take back
right.
permissions.
Permission.
Okay. So this is about simply about these 5 statements. Okay. Any
Right.
confusion till now?
No, no, no.
Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll go back to our requirement. So our requirement is now I have to create a table
Table.
to store my customers information, and I
Mm,
have requirement also, I mean with the columns what I have to create and all. Okay, we'll
mm,
take first 3 columns, just make it simple.
mhm,
Customer ID, customer name, date of purchase or something.
mhm.
We'll take 4 columns, item and data purchase also. Okay, these four
Okay,
columns will
okay.
take.
Mhm.
Okay, which command I have to use to create any new database
Create
object? We have to go for DDL only. Okay,
DDL.
and
Okay.
here it is create.
Mhm.
Okay, so what is the command? Create.
Create table
Okay,
name.
yeah,
Mhm,
command is create. What you are going to
mhm.
create, you can create any database object, but I am creating a
Right.
database object called table now.
Yes, yes, yes. Got it.
Okay, so you should specify a name also for your object, right? So you can give anything. So I'm
Give.
giving something meaningful. It is
Mhm,
related to customer information, so I'm specifying it as a customer info,
mhm,
right? And what are the columns required now? So I'm
mhm.
writing here column names. First one is
Customer ID.
customer ID,
Mhm.
customer name, data purchase, and item. So otherwise, let
Item.
me keep this data purchase at the last.
Mhm.
Okay, so now I'm just trying to create this table as it is. Anything
Right.
else is required?
Mm,
I'm copying this,
mhm.
going to SQL developer, and we already created a DB, right, with your name. So
Right.
this one is
Yes.
the Nilesh Dev
Mm,
DB. I clicked on that.
mm.
I'm just expanding it so that it will get refreshed. Okay, and I'm opening a worksheet. 1 second, it is running actually. Okay, so I'm opening a new worksheet with this Dev DB. Okay, it is still taking time or what? Yeah, give me 1 second. It is taking time. Yeah, it is open, right?
Mm.
Now I copy
Right.
pasted to here. Okay,
Mhm.
and I'm executing it.
Right.
Okay, error is coming. What is this error?
Or need to specify the department
No, need to
data type
specify
for
the data type
mm,
for this column. Okay,
column. Right.
okay.
Mm.
So for this column means which column? Okay, basically
Number.
it is
Mm.
asking for
Mm,
all
mm,
the
mm.
columns, you should specify the data type. For
Data
now,
type.
it is
Right.
telling only one column kind of meaning, but not that
Mm,
means, okay, you
mm.
have to keep data type for all the columns.
Correct.
Means you have to say which type of data you are storing in
Mm-hmm.
a column.
Column. Right.
Okay, we have a different concept called data types.
Mm.
Okay, so For data types means nothing but which type of data you are storing in that.
Mm-hmm.
That will tell you data type. Okay. For example, customer ID. Which type of data will store? Generally numbers.
Number.
So for numbers type, you have number is the data type.
Right.
Okay. For customer
Mm-hmm.
name, nothing but names
Right.
will store, nothing but characters will store. Okay. So
Right.
I am
Mm.
taking as of now directly varchar
Worker.
2.
Okay.
We'll discuss about these data types again in the next class or
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you are specifying any varchar to data type, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you should specify the size also. Means
Correct.
how many number of characters it can have maximum. Okay. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
item name is nothing but again character, so I'm keeping it is a varchar 2 with a
Mm-hmm.
size something 10 again.
Mm.
And date of purchase, nothing
Date
but
type.
date it is, so I'm giving as a date. For date, not required any size, and there won't be any size because it will be having
Mm-hmm.
fixed size every time, right? Date only will
All
get
right.
changed, value will get changed, but it will be having a fixed
Mm-hmm.
date, sorry, size.
Okay.
Now let me copy this again. We'll create a table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm clearing this, and now different error. Good. What is this
Mm-hmm.
error? We'll see.
Mm.
Name is
Name
already
is
used
already used
by
in
an
existing
existing
object.
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 Okay, which name? Nothing but that object name. This
Custom.
one I just told you, right?
Yes.
Whatever the objects you are creating now,
Mm-hmm.
all those
Database
objects will be
objects.
storing in a database. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
it is required, we will be calling with that name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you try to make it as a duplicate name, it will be a problem. You can't call them, right?
Correct.
That is the problem. You can't give duplicate name. Always DB object name should be unique. Okay.
Unique.
Now let's do one thing. I'm just giving uh like this customer info. Otherwise, let me give cust info 25.
Okay.
Now you can see table created.
Correct. Custom
Okay.
info 25 created.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now table created successfully.
Correct. Successfully.
Okay. Uh, and I want to see the structure of this table.
Correct.
So what can I do? You can use
DSC.
DESC or describe completely. You can write describe fully. Otherwise, you can just write DESC followed by the table name. First
Table name.
info. Okay. And same. Run it.
Cost info 25.
You can see it is showing
Hmm.
3 columns here again. Column name, what are the columns are there, and data type for of that, and in between one is there null question mark. That we'll discuss
Mm-hmm.
while discussing constraints. But what is that means whether this column is allowing null values or not.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, as of now there are no constraints applied, so everything is
Right.
blank, means it will allow null values.
Null values. Right.
Okay, now is, and even you can do one thing. Okay, place the cursor on the table name. What you can do,
Uh-huh.
there is a shortcut key for this.
Okay.
Okay, let's see, you have here something coming or not. Okay, it is not coming here, but still let me try a shortcut key. Oh, shortcut key in my keyboard it is not working.
Mm.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'll tell you the shortcut key. Okay, it is opened.
Mm-hmm.
Shift plus F4. If you press
Shift
that,
plus F4.
yeah, if you press
Mm.
that, it will open the structure for you like this.
Mm.
And here you can see all the things again. Yeah,
Okay.
instead of this, even you can go to left side panel, go to tables, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
try
Mm-hmm.
for your tables. Before that, I'm just refreshing it, okay, because I just now created. And what is the table name? Cust info 25. So I just clicked on that.
Right.
You can see
Mm-hmm.
now it is opening that
Correct.
entire structure along with that all the information about the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are the columns? What is the data? What is the model? Constraints, grants, everything it will show, including your SQL script.
SQL.
Okay, it is taking time, but that's fine. Now we have created table, right? So if you want to
Correct.
do any modifications or something, you have to go for alter to that
Alter.
structure
Yes.
and then
Yes.
drop truncate rename. Okay,
Right.
okay. So already there are three columns, right? Now
Yes.
I want to add one more column. So then what you will do?
Mm-hmm.
You can add a column using
A
this
column. Mm-hmm.
add. Okay.
Right.
So now I'm adding a column here. So how
Mm-hmm.
can I add? What I'm doing? I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
alteration. Alter.
Alter. Mm-hmm.
Okay. For which object? Table.
Table.
Which table? Cost
Custom
info
info 25.
25. Okay. What you are doing? Which operation? In alteration, I'm
Uh,
adding.
Adding
Okay.
uh,
What you are adding? Okay.
column.
Now I'm adding a column actually. So what is that column name? For example, item is there. Now I want to add price of that item.
Right.
Okay. And price is nothing but number. So I'm just simply giving number. Enough.
Number. Right.
Copy. Let me go back to this worksheet. Paste it here.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can see only three columns are there. So
Mm-hmm.
once we executed, so we should be able to see all four columns now with including that new column. Now you can see it is coming or no?
I
Uh,
think you have
uh,
taken
uh,
custom info. Yes. That should be 25.
Cost info only, right? I took same.
Cost. Oh,
One
cost
second.
info 25. Cost info
Same only.
25 table name.
Yes, same only, right? Let me try again.
But when you're describing now, that time it's showing cost info.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, here
Mm-hmm.
25.
Correct.
Okay. Now you can see. So that
Yes.
another column
Okay.
came here. DOP price. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. So column is there. Good. Now we are able to add a column using this add. Okay. One second. Even you can drop a column using this
Mm-hmm.
drop under alter. All these comments are under alter. Okay. You can
Alter.
drop a
Okay.
column. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can rename a column also. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
you can modify a column.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for example, now my customer name column is having 10 as the size, right?
Right.
Means it will allow only 10 characters. For example, now I have a name of 12 characters, so it won't allow. What you need to do?
Correct.
You have to modify the size of a column.
Column. Correct.
Okay. Otherwise, for example, my customer ID actually number,
Mm-hmm.
but now one of my customer name became as 123x, which is having a character
Oh,
also. So it won't allow. So what you have to do
right.
then? You have to change the data type. Okay.
Data type.
So
Right.
what we can do using this modify to change
Mm-hmm.
data type or size of size of that data type.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. Now what I'm doing, for example, alter same. I'm altering a
Mm-hmm.
table. Which
Table.
table? Cost info 25.
Spy.
Okay. And what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing? I'm doing modify.
Modify.
What you are modifying? I'm modifying a column called, for example, let's take customer name only. We'll just change the
Mm-hmm.
size. Customer name.
Right.
Right now it is 10, but I want to make it to 20, for example. So I'm writing 20. Okay.
Right.
Simple. Now I'm just copying it. Executed. Now I'm executing this describe command again. Now you can see customer name, it is having 20. Okay.
Right.
It is increased, right? That is the use of modify. Now, for example, I don't want a column, one column from that,
Okay.
or two
Okay.
columns. Okay, that is your wish.
Mm.
But I want to remove one column now. Already there is a
Mhm.
column called price. Now I don't
Price.
want
Right.
that column price. So to
Okay.
remove, okay, to remove a column. I
Mm.
won't write a column, column or columns.
Right.
Okay, to remove column or columns from a table. Now I am trying to do what? Alter
Alter table name.
table name.
Mm.
I am dropping. Okay,
Drop.
drop.
Uh,
What you are dropping? Price.
Price. Right.
Okay. Also, you have to
Mm.
specify here. Okay, because we have two drop commands, right? So one is this
Right.
drop and one is another main drop to drop a table itself, right?
Yes.
So you have to specify here what you are dropping. Column.
Call.
This is the extra keyword here for us.
Right.
Okay, copy. Let's go there. Table altered. Let's see the structure of this table. Okay, now price is not there.
Yes. Not there. Right.
Okay, even you can drop multiple columns here. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
to drop multiple columns, what you have to do? You just need to remove this keyword column. Okay, column means singular, right? So that's why you have to remove that and mention
Mm.
all your column names here,
Okay.
whatever you are
Mm-hmm.
dropping. But
All right.
remember, okay, remember there should be at least one column in your table. Okay, so
Okay. Okay.
for example, I want to drop now. Price is already not there. Okay, so I want to
Right.
drop. Let me copy those
I.
column, right column names. Item,
Mm.
customer ID, customer name also.
Okay.
I think we have only three columns now or four columns. Let
Now
me
we
see.
have three columns.
Four columns
Mm.
are there. Customer ID, customer name, item, DOP. Okay,
Right.
DOP also there. So I'm trying to drop all
Mm.
these columns.
Mm.
Copy. Okay, a required keyword is
Mm.
missing. Okay, nothing but that is fine. When you are dropping multiple columns, you have to keep them in
Column.
braces. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
so now let me clear this message and execute. Okay, it's a error which we are expecting. What it is saying,
Mm.
cannot drop
Drop
all columns in a table.
all come. Correct.
Okay, and what is the action you have to take here? Ensure that at least one column remains in the table after the drop
Mm.
column operation. So I already told
Right.
you what to create any table, minimum one column is required, right?
Right.
If you drop all the columns, then there won't be a table itself. So instead of that, you can drop an entire table itself, right? So that is the
Right.
reason.
Right.
Okay, you got it now
Mm.
about this?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Now
Yes.
the next thing is a rename. Okay, so to rename a column name.
Mm.
Okay, for example, now I have a column DOP, right? DOP means it is not meaningful for me, not readable. So I want to change it, for example. So I'm altering a table, cust info 25. Operation is rename. What I'm renaming?
Mm-hmm.
Column. Okay.
Column.
What is the column name right
DO,
now? DOP. And I'm
DOP.
changing to, for example, date of purchase. I'm writing it like this.
Mm.
Let's see now.
Mm.
I'm copying and pasting to SQL developer and executing. But before that, let me clear this output. Okay. Table altered
Yeah.
successfully. If you see the
Right.
structure, now it is like this.
Yes.
Fine. And next three commands are drop, truncate, rename. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Truncate we'll discuss later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because we should have some data so to understand that. Okay. Now
Right.
we'll discuss
Right.
about a rename. Just now we discussed a
Mm.
rename, right? So that is to rename a column name. Now
Column.
this
Right.
rename is to
Table. To
call
change the
to change
table
the
name.
object name. Okay. Now this is
Right.
main thing, not only the table, anything.
Nice.
Okay. What is the current table name? For
Yes.
example, rename cust info
Mm.
25 to, for example, let me give cust info 26 will give. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, table renamed successfully. Now let's
Correct.
try this 25 structure. Okay, we got an error. What it is showing? Object custom for 25 does not exist
Exists.
because
Right.
there is no object with that name. Just now we changed to
Hmm.
26, so 25 is not
Right.
there.
Right. Right.
Okay, now 26 is
Hmm.
there. You can see the
Right.
structure, right?
Structure.
Now
Right.
I
Right.
don't want that entire object itself. So then we can do
Yes.
drop.
Drop
What you are dropping? I'm dropping a table.
table
What is the table name? That table name you have to specify.
custom info 26. Hmm.
Yeah. So I'm just copying it. Okay. Execute. Table dropped successfully. Now let's
Hmm.
try this 26 also to describe the table. Okay. You got again same error. Table, sorry, object
Object.
custom for 26
Custom
does not exist. Means
exit.
it is dropped completely.
Right.
Okay. So
Hmm.
next is truncate. Truncate is not about the dropping a table, but dropping
Hmm.
the entire data. Okay. Right now we don't have any
Yeah.
data in the table, right? So in the next
Right.
class, we'll discuss about
Hmm.
DML. Okay. We'll create a table again and we'll insert the data and we'll do all these
Hmm.
modifications. Okay.
Right.
And then
Right.
we'll see
Oh.
truncate also that time. Also, we'll
Yes.
see
Yes.
what is the difference between truncate and delete. Okay.
Right.
So in the sometimes it is very, very
Hmm.
important interview question for 3 years,
Okay.
4 years experience people.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll continue in the next class, same time. Okay. And
Okay. Yes.
probably it will take 3 days to finish all these
Uh-huh.
things. Yeah.
Right. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Surya.